Hello. Welcome back to FF14. We're gonna continue. We're gonna continue main story today. So, something I want to talk about today is there's like 2 people here, yeah. Is when you let's play something, you can see things from a different point of view than when you just play through something, or when the people would just play through a game. And that can kind of depend on how you let's play as well. And yes, this is about Fire Emblem Three Houses because that's the let's play I have going on right now. The game is getting a super amount of praise, and I'm starting to see why. Like, I get it. I think I'm on like the verge of the story getting super interesting. But because of how I play and what is in there? And how I let's play, the game's pacing is garbage to me. And I'm gonna take a guess that nobody's gonna talk about it. But it's really slow. And jumpy to me. But nobody's gonna talk about that, I have a feeling. So I feel like I should. Especially if you do a lot in the monastery. Now, granted, you only talk to the people once a month. But when you take that month and it takes like 2 hours to... No, I shouldn't say that. It shouldn't take 2 hours. It takes an hour and a half if you talk to everybody and really listen and... Those at belly full. Belly full. I don't have that one. It just takes a long time, and that doesn't sound like a long time. But it feels like a long time. Like I said, especially from like a let's play standpoint. That's 3 episodes where I take, or 2 episodes if they go really long, where, I take the time to let you hear all the students and what they're saying, and visit every place. And that's not even including like fishing. Like I do those off screen. the few times that I've really done a lot of fishing, I don't do on screen. People, just don't want to see me fish for half an hour. I feel you all might, they put such a emphasis on talking to the students that these relationships matter. That they put so much work into the characters that I feel like I should talk to the people. But I feel like I'm going to record like 200 episodes of this Fire Emblem. And then I'm going to really want to go back and drop like half the episodes. How I felt through Trails of Cold Steel. If I wanted to LP it, I would think really hard about what I show and what I not. I don't like it. This is why I don't like these kind of games. I don't know about Trails of Cold Steel, but Persona. It's why I don't like Persona games, even though people love Persona games, and it's also why I won't LP one. And I didn't think Fire Emblem would be like this, but it is. So I don't know. I'm really conflicted. Like, it almost would have been better if I just streamed it 12 hours a day. Like, people are really enjoying the game, and I can see that now. Like, I've finally been able to see why people enjoy the game. And kind of separate let's playing it and just playing through it. Sometimes it takes me a minute to kind of separate those feelings because they're so integrated for me. But I see it now. I get it. Sorry, reading chat and I lost train of thought. So I've been able to parse those. I can see why people enjoy Fire Emblem Three Houses. I get it. I understand. But that's not what I like about Fire Emblem. What I want, a lot of the school stuff, and the school stuff I would be interested in. It's just like a 5-minute thing I can get through really fast, which is the instructing your students. If it was more about that, I would have a much more vested interest in the students and the instructor, like being the professor. That's what I was really looking forward to. When you instruct your students on their, like, what you want them to do, it's just setting it up and then kind of letting it go for the most part. The battles have been all right. Like, I never thought this would happen, but because I can play a Fire Emblem game on normal and then still have like a lot of fun with it and go through it and just enjoy the story. But the story has done almost nothing. I can't say nothing now. Done almost nothing. And the battles have been pretty easy to get through, like easier than normal. I'm playing on normal. Almost that I needed to play on hard, and I never feel that way in a Fire Emblem, and in this one I do. I don't know if, again, because of its pacing or what, but it's like almost like I should have played on hard. And again, I've never felt that way in Fire Emblem. Like I need to play on hard to have fun. what I've seen, it does not really feel like you're the instructor. I don't really I don't really I don't really feel it either. Like, I guess I feel it more than when the game started. I think it'd have been cool if I really felt like I shaped and molded the students. That's especially when, well, at least the game says. I don't know if it'll come true. Over a year, over the course of a year, that I had like an impact, and maybe that will come later into story. But I feel like if you're gonna have this much talking, it'd have been, and because you only have really, 10 students? Do you even have 10? 8? Normally, I've recruited some other people now. It almost feels like you're a classmate who is kind of everyone's best buddy. Yeah, like I feel that too. I don't know. I was getting really into the professor thing, because I would like to be a professor of something at some point. I enjoy teaching others. I don't have a doctorate degree to be a professor, but I've always enjoyed teaching others and helping them learn. I would have liked to have seen more of that, because that's what I got really, really interested in. Other than, hey, I'm playing a Fire Emblem. It's feel like I'm teaching these students and helping mold them to some degree. But I don't really feel that. In that regard, it's, like I am, like I'm just everybody's like best friend. For the most part, like they still say professor and way to put it, like listen to what I have to say, like during support conversations and stuff. But I don't feel that like I'm the professor. I was really looking forward to that. I could just see it when I'm Let's Playing though. The pacing is odd. The pace is just really bad. Because in a typical Fire Emblem game, you just go from one fight to the next, right? And so there's this pacing. You get story, and then battle, and then story after. And you still have that in this Fire Emblem. But then in this Fire Emblem, it's like, okay, then we go through all the menus, and then maybe we do the lecture part, which I wanted more out of, but it's just there. And then if you just did the big battle for the chapter, you go and explore, you talk to everybody. It kind of throws off that Fire Emblem pacing of before battle chat, battle, after battle chat, before battle chat, battle, after battle chat. And that was good enough to tell a story. Stories that I care about a lot. And then you have the support conversations in there as well to help you learn more about your characters. And again, you still have that in this Fire Emblem. But the pacing just feels weird to me. It just feels off. Like I'm only spending an hour and a half talking to all these students. Again, it's probably just the way I'm playing. It's probably on me. But the way I play, I go and talk to everybody. I gotta search everything. Decide how I'm gonna spend the free time. And it just feels like everything comes to a standstill. Even though it in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't. It just feels that way. I don't know. It's getting hard for me to explain what I don't like about the game. It's becoming more of just a feeling. That maybe it really is just me. It's just the way I play. It's just the way I let's play. But to me, it's all right. If the story was more engaging, and I'm hoping it picks up. But like the game would have been better served as like more Fire Emblem-y, where we just go through maps faster. Get to the next map faster. That way we get more story. Because I feel like I go these long stretches without real story. Like real story progression. Yeah, it's probably just me. Alright. Make sure to label like the first 20 minutes of this stream is Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Because this is the place that I can talk about it. Without spoilers. Because if I made a video about it, I guarantee you, the people who have been like watching the series, oh, it'd be better when you get to Spoiler Central. There's a face I soon forget. Not after the chaos you left in your wake. 'Twas for the best, of course, but Tatura sent you in search of Highland tea leaves? Ah, had you come but a few bells sooner, I'd given you my remaining supply. Alas, you did not. You were complaining about Fire Emblem, and now I have none. Again, I felt in Cold Steel. You had an awesome boss battle. The big bad has been revealed and escaped. That's no longer your business, because you have mid-turns, horror music. Oh, see, I already know I would not like Trails in the Cold Steel then. Because I'm not liking this, and I'm kind of getting the same feeling in that. Like, big plot point happens, and then we have another month before we get to the next plot point. And again, it's not all bad, because I see where people like it. Like, it is neat to get the thoughts of all these NPCs. It just kind of drags on. It's neat to explore the monastery. It's interesting to decide how you're going to spend this free time, but it just slows everything down. Whereas you could ride the wave of this, like, these bigger reveals, these big plot points that have happened. But it's like, oh, I gotta do this other stuff. It's not even stuff like you would do in an RPG. It's like, go shopping. Yeah, I enjoy shopping in Fire Emblem, especially with some additional options unlocked. But sometimes it just feels like the game just kind of grinds to a halt when I'm ready to jump to the next thing, but I don't want to miss things. And again, that comes from me let's playing it. I love that the whole thing's VA'd. But that's phenomenal. Where do I acquire my stock? Manuel? Where else? He sells more than wines and spirits after all. Go talk to that dude. I hate this building. Or was it that one? There's one other one. It's even worse than that. Where I always miss the door. Alas, it is, as ever, a pleasure to serve such an esteemed personage as yourself. Alas, I cannot furnish you with that which I do not have. I know not when my next shipment will arrive, but I fear it will not be soon. Assuming you cannot afford to wait, might I humbly suggest you consider harvesting the leaves yourself? Travel to Boulder Downs and scour the riverbanks. You should find the plants. The real challenge will be keeping the local fauna at bay while you're picking the tea. But what are mere beasts to the brave adventurer who fought at Lord Harshafont's side? Nothing. They're nothing. Which way am I going? What do we do for tea? Okay, Boulder Downs. So, it's, again, it's probably me and just the way I'm Let's Playing, because I like to show things off. But I have a feeling if you watch another Let's Play, they'll have cut out a bunch. I'm willing to guarantee it. In an attempt to make it watchable. Because otherwise it's not watchable as a Let's Play. And again, I think I'm gonna end up doing that. Like, I think I'm gonna cut out by the end of this a good like half of this Let's Play. I'm really thinking about it. And just cutting a lot of the monastery stuff. And I would, realistically save like a good 25 episodes. If I just cut a lot of that out. You don't really need to hear what the students say. You don't miss anything. You really get their personalities from, at least your students' personalities, from the before and after battle talks and supports. Yeah, but I also don't want this Fire Emblem. I also don't want this Fire Emblem LP to be like 150 episodes long. I was happy with that with Dragon Quest, because Dragon Quest is awesome. How dare that game get lower reviews than Fire Emblem? Three Houses, by the way. And that really upsets me now. Dragon Quest 11 is phenomenal. That's it. I think Fire Emblem, Dragon Quest for the most part got 8 from reviewers. And Fire Emblem is getting 9 and 9.5s. I feel like, from what I have seen so far, those should be switched. Like, I can give Fire Emblem an 8. Not an 8 for me, but I can see why people really love the, again, I just call them like Persona type mechanics, or like Trails in the Cold Steel mechanics. We can go there. From what you've said, I see that appeals to some people. The supports, the VA is great. The combat is Fire Emblem combat. It's enjoyable. I always enjoy Fire Emblem combat. Where am I going to place units? The way they tweaked magic I do like, but pacing and how they did the class system I'm not a big fan of. Pacing and the really kind of drawn out story to me that isn't really going anywhere because of other mechanics hurt it to me. I don't think everybody's going to see that, but that's me. Whereas Dragon Quest doesn't have pacing issues. The only reason the last 30 episodes of my LP is going to have, quote, like, pacing issues is because I go around doing a lot of stuff. A lot of, like, super side stuff. I mean, like, really end of RPG side stuff. So, I don't know, yeah, that's what I would say. Those reviews should be reversed. Let's grab tea leaves. I've enjoyed Dragon Quest 11 so much that I have thought about going through it again. This is gonna make a monster attack because it's glowing purple. It's such a well done RPG. I guess the saddest part for me at the end of the day, again, so far, but you know, at the end of the day, I may really like this Fire Emblem. I hope it gets some really cool plot points and things happen. I really do. But I guess the thing that makes me the most sad is I want to love this Fire Emblem because I love Fire Emblem games. We don't get enough turn-based strategy games like a Fire Emblem. But I don't right now. Fire Emblem supports are always great, and these are great too. Like the supports have been awesome. I guess one of the big sticky points is like I don't feel like a professor, which is something they pushed. You're the professor at this academy. But I just don't feel like it a lot of the time. Sometimes I do. But a lot of the time I just don't really feel like a professor. Wait. Tataro's up here. I just need her to load. There we go. Met my wits end, Syndrome. This tonic is the Scion's only hope. Without it, I don't know what will become of us. Here is your tea leaves. When brewed, they yield a refreshing tea. This is not how Tataru intends to use them. Okay. Yay! What are you going to do? Oh, but it said that's not how she plans to use them. Dollop of honey, a fresh sprig of mint. Aloe extract? So, tincture of tea, but no more than a hint. A buoy to my beloved beau. Beloved bow. Nick's eyes and flan flesh ground to a paste. Fresh ogle orful for... The news! Ah! I knew there was something I'd forgotten to mention. News? Don't you... So I went getting this tea. It's like, oh man, I forgot to tell you the news. I forgot to do my job. Like I am right now. Ill-tidy Cathedral, as ill as could be. Another crisis in the making. It's possibly a primal. Oh, that's kind of important. Though you would not have thought it possible, Tataru has somehow managed to adopt a countenance still more grim than before. Even more. Alright, even more like... Armory chest. Open the armory chest. What did I grab then? Oh, you're for Scott. Okay. Well, I want that one. A messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Kothos. I wasn't privy to his conversation with the Answers in it, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could the Ixo have summoned Garuda again? Mayhap Imperial forces have been sighted within the shroud. Well, whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. And I want absolutely none of that tea. Knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania. Yuri? Thine arrival is customarily timely, Central. Etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. Though a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence. Ranger says the readings bear a strong resemblance to one observed more than 5 years ago. Though I had hoped the Mughals guard beyond such follies. Mughals guard? Not Mughals guard. Mughals guard. Not Mughal. This rewards a full investigation. Alright. Wait at the Adder's Nest. Hasten to Gridania. I can do that. Ida and Papa Lemo will be there for me. Alright. Easy enough for me to get back there. At least every 15 minutes. Remember this one's a bit ridiculous? Alright. Lieutenant Dragon Soul, that's right. Hey, give me my proper first Lieutenant Dragon Soul. Coming so swiftly, can think of no one more qualified to... We're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Hail to the king, Kupo! I see, Papalimo, Ida, and 2 of the 3 Seat Seers. Our trainer, and the Elder Seat Seer. Oh, I'm probably going to take the high elixirs. Wishes to brief you on the latest crisis in Gridania. Not long ago, the Mughal Kuplo Kop visited the Outer's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seedseer. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Mughal kind, one of which would imperil the entire trolls would have left unchecked. By the way, hail to the king, hail to the king, baby. Cool. So good, game. So good with your... Wonder how Orana reacts to you. I'm hoping to see that. Remember, Syndrel of the White. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we would have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Mughals. Rest you should hear from Kuplo Kop himself awaits you with the Elder Seedseer at the Lotus Stand. Okay? First, since I'm here... I say we pile on the pain, Commander. Total value has been... Hi. Kurigia? I probably butchered that. I'm sorry. Welcome to the stream. Different class tactical abilities increased. A tank specific materia. DPS specific materia. I want those later. I don't want those now. Just doing story for the most part. Postpone that. I didn't mean to do that. Something they have a decent shot at. Increase XP from crafting material, crafting activities. Cool. Spirit bonding speed. Meal effect duration. Decrease gear wear. I kind of like that one. Reduction rate for Aetherite. Oh, and I'm jumping all over the place. Let's do that one. We got a shot at it. First half hour of the stream was me, I don't want to say complain, because I really didn't complain. Yesterday I complained. talking critically about Fire Emblem Three Houses. Which, no spoilers, please. And now we're back to Final Fantasy. All these Fs. Lotus Stand. Conjurer's Guild. Okay. Forgot that was the name of it. Haven't been there in a while. But now, Final Fantasy. Other signs have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? Yes. Lotus Stand. Oh, this place is neat. I haven't been here. There's Kaza. Oh, there's Raya. Guest has brought ill tidings, which must needs be heeded. Is that right? I don't know about this. I don't know about this at all. I suppose Raya O's right. There's no choice, Kupo. I was hoping she would have some. Maybe during the cutscene. That'd be cool. They've done that a few times now, which is excellent. Hopefully the same. Please, you have to stop them. You mustn't kill them. They're not bad Moogles, Kupo. They're just misguided. A gentle, no, firm thrashing is in order. Yes, but no. Calm yourself, Kupo. I've thought about getting Shadowbringers, but I'm gonna wait. A, because I don't have money right now, and B, wait till I'm a little closer to it. I still need to get Stormblood as well. Can you not see that he hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful I have come, Sindral, and upon such short notice. Truly, Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. You are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplo Kop has brought to us news of a most unsettling development. Moogle. It would seem that good King Moglo Mog the 12th has returned to Eorzea. Good King Moglo Mog. Okay. Curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he's a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, we Moogles served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with the literally endless supply of wine, Kupo. In spite of this, or probably because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling. But most definitely because of the last part. Gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Moogles. So, good King Moglo Mog the 12th, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time has come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so all the Moogles should live there instead. May his glorious name live forever. Throw that in. Unfortunately, the two realms were so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down. But good King Moglo Mog the 12th, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Kupo. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven, that he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way. I like every time he says his name, he has something to add to it. This he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. I didn't screenshot the first one, which is that. And that is how we Mughals came to this land, Kupo. All of us except good King Mogul Mog XII. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens so that Mughal kind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens from what I understand. That being your reason for contacting us, yes? I bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea? Yeah, that's my thing. What's the problem with him returning to Eorzea? The problem, Ida, lies in the fact he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Mogul Mog XII is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Oh. Okay, so because he was summoned. Wait. You're saying a handful of Mughals with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? Yeah, would that even work? Like that? That's... If he's a myth like you're saying, they wished him into existence? Everybody's like, Garuda exists. They just gather all the... Ixo gathers all the crystals and then prays enough to make her get enough energy to manifest. Easiest way I could put it. But if it's a myth, like you're saying, they wished him from nothingness. What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and the ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure? That's a good question. Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought onto the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. You're welcome, by the way. To you who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem like a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Mogul's Guard are afraid. Afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and things may not end so well as they did yesterday. The fear has driven them to call upon a power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes, come what may. I assure you, the Mogul's Guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders. But ever since the return of good King Mogul Mog XII, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they've started to get a little carried away, Kupo. Verging on a lot, in fact. Like the sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean? Cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Mughals in a similar manner to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Mughal kind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus we do beseech you, Sindral, confront good King Mogul Mog XII and drive him from our midst. Alright. Humbly, I do thank you. Sanctuary of the Mogul's Guard and their liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother Isumiyan of the Conjurer's Guild will doubtless be able to offer you insight on how they may be dispelled. Seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. Oh, that was sad. I was hoping that Rana O would have something to say because I'm a white mage. Master's right, Sindral. For the Moogle's sake and our own, banish the king from the Twelves Wood. Like, the game has done that a few times, like, made reference to the character knows you. And that's really awesome. Because you've done their line of quests. Welcome, Sindral, welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Mogul Mog the 12th is of great comfort. To me and the elementals both. Like that, see? That's really cool. I bet if you haven't done Conjurer stuff, he has different dialogue. As I'm sure you know, the Mughals are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. Separate. One night in Adamaport. Oh man. Would like a behalf on a most illustrious client. Well that you're here, Sindral. An ancient darkness has arisen in these woods, and we shall need all your arts to counter it. I speak to you in the name of the 3 Seed Seers. The eldest, Kana Esina, you will already know as the guardian of our land. 2 siblings has she, and I know those as well. Younger of this pair, Arun Senna, who hears the voice of the elementals with greatest clarity. And what he has heard lately is troubling indeed. These dark stirrings have traced the lost city of Admapur. We have like several reasons to go there now. South Shroud. City once throve in the fullness of magic during the 5th astral era, but it was sealed in the wake of its demise. Alas, the 12th Wood has been out of balance since the calamity, so riotous has its aspect become that the seal was severely weakened. When this happened, the forest surrounding the city began to wither and die. We would enjoin you to investigate the cause. Well, yeah, that sounds important. Now, I must confess that this is a task for the Twin Adder. Normally. But you are the heir to Master Atoa's legacy, and the Seed Seers were unanimous in belief that no one is better suited to the undertaking. Nice. So, because of White Mage. Will you not assist? It is well that you ascend. Mind there are 2 dungeons. Adamapur City and Adamapur Keep. Oh. More dungeons to run! Go to Seed Seer Raya Osina at Camp Tranquil and listen to what she has to say of her brother's divination. I know where she is. One night in Amdapur. You have selected Regicide. Not untrue in this case. Brother Sumiyan would unfold to you the secrets of good King Mogul Mog the 12's magical defenses. The wards barring access to the King's Sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones. The self-same method employed 5 years ago, when first the king was summoned to Eorzea. It is with great regret we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians who held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Oh, how nice. Confided in me he has been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Mogul's guard themselves. Yet, not wishing to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the king's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and I dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Mughals might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs of his keystones, Zynril. Go to him and beg his assistance. Aww. Waits you at West Shore Pier. Impress upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. Answer's Guild. So, how you do it, Kupo? Oh, he told you about that. Truly is there other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier, I'll go on ahead. Okay. I figured it would be here. Nope. Whee! I think you're thinking of the Sunken Temple, Neko. Which we ran yesterday. Probably pirates. Quest for Sasha hard mode it's definitely pirate. That's awesome. Why are there Moogle balloons? Or no, they're Moogles. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo! I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. You have a helmet. You do not have a helmet. You two have weapons? It's hard to see what you're doing. That looks like an axe. Sword, shield, and helmet. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. Y'all are big. Big Moogles. Staff, magic casting. Kooply Kip, we offer you a choice, and this is how we offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us, consorting with this higher human. Peels, Gridanian, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his kinsmoogles. His plots treason against the crown. Treason! Enough. Kublai Khan will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Mogul Mog XII. May his reign forevermore, Kupo. May he reign forevermore, Kupo. You're not gonna fight me? Alright. King is planning to purge the 12th wood of his enemies, Kupo. We gotta stop before he's too late. Yeah, we should stop him. Entrance to Thorn March is deep within the Bramble Patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Mogul's guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Kupo. Escort Kuplo Cop safely to the warded entrance. Should you fail to defend him or move too far away, he'll return to Sweet Bloom Pier, where you may rendezvous with him before trying again. Let's go, Kupo! Oh, I thought he was going to move on his own. Okay, you've selected which side. Malevolent fungus. Oh, don't even try to hit me. Alright. It's almost like getting into a random battle. Speaking of. Gotta go. Dead. I've gotten a lot of stuff over the last few weeks. That was the holy spell that you saw. The one that hit the enemies around me. Melt. You look fancy. Yeah, good. I was right that he wasn't close enough. If I wasn't right, that would have been unfortunate. Must be waiting for something. Not that. This. Here, Kupo. I don't see any more beasts. Do you? Okay. Ready to face the king, Kupo? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hands and focus, like when you're attuned to an aetherite, Kupo. I'll open the way for you. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish Moogles a lesson and send the king back whence he came. Yay! Thorn March Hard. Was there a basic version that I missed? I don't have a basic version. Did I miss the basic version? Not that you know of? Alright. That's cool. Good King Mogul Mog, the 12th of his name, has once more been called forth by the Mogul's Guard. Though the king is not considered a primal in the strictest sense, he possesses a threat not unlike that of the Beastman gods, in that his influence could corrupt other people's peaceful nature, and so, like other Aether-starred beings, he too must be felled for the sake of the realm. And it takes a full party of 8. Wow. High-end trials. You have selected Regicide. Need a full party for that one. Okay. Adamapur as a white mage. I'm gonna go speak to Raya Osena. I have bored everybody that was watching. That's a shame. New people are watching. Maybe new people. Sorry that I'm playing an MMO. I want the white mage minion of light. Oh, I should go see if I have enough to try to get that. Ah, a white mage after my own heart. Nice. I doubt she says to any other class. Come to help get to the bottom of this noisome business. Noisome business. I thought, a white mage after my own heart. Brother Isumiyan hasn't told you much, has he? Discretion is the better part of his valor. Well, aside from Amdapur Keep, the city is all that remains of an advanced magical civilization from the 5th Astral Outfit. No records survive of how the city met its end, but the elementals tell us all was undone by what the Great One calls an unclean presence. I fear that what my brother senses is this very thing. Its Satanness drained away after so many centuries. If it hungers for another city to slake its thirst on, it's Gridania. I'll take it from here, sister. Manners, Arun. We've spoken of this. Sindral, you've met my younger brother, Arun Senna. You'll have to excuse him, forest-born lout that he is at times. See, and if you hadn't gone through the White Mage Crest, you don't know. It's like, Manners, Arun, this is my brother Arun. She probably introduces him. Of course, since I know who he is, that's just great attention to detail. I love it. I love that they do that. It makes you feel like, yeah, I know these characters. And they act like it a little bit. And that's really, really cool. My apologies for the urgent summons, Sindral, but the darkness that stirs in Amdapur behind the barrier waits not on our convenience. Something has kindled there, and daily it grows. And how distrait the elementals are. I'm not seeing the like of it. They show me what feels like awakening and nightmares. I fear this call for a more prosaic sensing that of my rare gift. Sensing than that of my rare gift. Some disaster slouches toward us. Might you discover the source of these dark visions and nip it in the bud? You're our best hope, Sindral. Surely you can find the will to journey to Amdapur. You shall find a wood whaler by the name of Alfni keeping vigil at the barrier. Got it. And don't worry about returning here to tell us your findings. The elementals will doubtless keep us surprised. Enough talk. Good luck, Syndrome. Hey, that's really cool. Really cool the game does that. One night in Amdapur. You have anything else? No. I want to learn my higher level spells, even though I can't use it in any of this content. I still want them. I guess I'm not far enough in the story yet. Sears has sent word of your coming. Bold indeed to willingly glimpse into the darkness. Lost City festers more and more by the day, and they say you're to lance the boil, eh? Beyond this gate lies a land of balance, its earth aspect sapped by the calamity. You'd best be prepared before proceeding further. Rot and wrong, that's what you'll see. Creatures run mad, tormented by hooked burrs that clutch and burrow. Neither of you? Alright. Well, good luck with that. No doubt you'll prevail being favored of the Seers and all. Fight well! Lost City of Amdapur is now accessible. Do you want to run the Good King Moogle? Good King Mongol? I don't know if that's what you need to run right now or not. Yeah, I also have like 3 skills. You want to? Alright. I also got like 3 skills. I should have by now, but I don't. Just by level. So. Gotta get farther. We'll continue through the story. Would help if I was in the right menu. It didn't suck. Oh. Power AK got offline. Oh, not that. I do need to run through the guild heist. Keep putting it off. Thorn March, right? Yes. 12th of his name. Oh, there it is. This should be silly. And probably stupidly hard if we have a full part. Although, you never know, because if it is a daily that people run for whatever the heck reason, for something, then we're in luck. Light party, full party. Gotta watch this the first time. This will be silly. Attack! Axe. Hit. Just break the logs, why don't you? Oh, Mage Moogle. Kupo, who in the 7 hells are they? Meddling adventures, I'd wager. Moogle's Guard, 2 arms! Moogle's Guard, 2 arms! Defend the king, Kupo! With the sword and shield! Whisk Whaler. Hi! Luxury tax. Roland Moogle Slayer. Well, you... you... it is right that you're here. I mean, this is in the bag. Like, it has to be with a name like that. Okay, so we fight all the Moogles. All the ones that are like, just hold still, Koopa. Right in me bum, Koopa. They're silly. It's gonna be funny. Oh. Furry Foot, Ruffle Tuff, the Tail Turner. Oh, the other one's a different class than me. Kill King last. Oh, you don't have to worry about me knowing. I'm the healer. Like, why me, Kupo? Alright, this one's silly. I like this one. Bloody hell. Ever dance with a Moogle in the pale moonlight? Put some spring into your step. This one's silly and I love it. Next time won't be so easy. Uh-oh. Alright, that must be all the Mongols guard. Hail to the king! Hail to the Kupo! I mean, king! Don't hit him until the other Moogles are dead. Okay. Other Moogles go first. Oh, good King Mogul Mog shall suffer for your transitions against my fellow subjects. So get rid of the other Moogles first. And then good King Mogul. Of course, the two people I wanted to hit with that, I didn't. I swear, whatever healer this is, it's better than me. Because I always see it heal more than I do. Like, whenever we do these parties, and like these 4-person parties, like I always see that they have these really cool spells. Like Sukkar and all that. The tank Moogles do not need to be killed. You said kill all the Moogles! What's that? Ah, whatever, we won. Bye, good King. Good King Muggle. Oh no! No. Oh, gotta run. Alright, that was silly. I loved it. Oh, well, I tried. Lance Dragoon. And everybody else left, so. That was silly. I like that. That was fun. Oh, you got it. I'm gonna... Okay. Gotta exit so we get credit. Hey, 2-player accommodations. That's nice. All right, that was funny. I like that one. That one's silly. Yeah, you did it, Gabo. You did it. Good King Mogul Mog the 12th, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more. Like he still says good things about him. Like he's still praising him. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Mogul's guard when you did. Thank you, Central. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them too. Go to Pukni Pak that the king is no more, Kupo. She's with Ryo at Camp Tranquil and can relay the news to the chieftain. Okay. I want the thing beneath it. I want the enemy. I want to move the enemy list. It's a little too high up now. So I can click on it easier. And that won't be there. Anyway. Melancholy Monk Fork is literally just a giant fork. That's amazing. I believe my ears. Good King Mogul Mog the 12th, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen. I love it. All Muwalkind owes you a debt, Kupo. I sense Raya O wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. On the properties of primals, bravery and service to the 12's wood and her removal shall not be forgotten, Central. My mother will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great... My sister, sorry, not my mother. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale... It's like, my mother. It's like, that was wrong. Return to the Lotus Stand. Let's keep going. I don't know why I paid for that. Oh well. Whee! In silly fashion. Habit. Habit going to the adder's nest. Syndro, you are returned to us, unharmed and victorious. Thus, I have two reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. You'd be so kind as to oblige me. I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Giant Moogle. Then it is as we feared. King really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Moogles don't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. Doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of the power contained in crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Moogles called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the aether which comprised him instead being scattered to the four winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means... Scions. This whole business reeks of their handiwork. Go, we should smite them down. Kupopo? But they said it was a masked man who taught them how years ago. But Gridania has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question... Definitely Scions. Darn it. Confound it all! How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A somber thought, but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Syndril. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, can you discuss my promotion with him, by the way? Oh, before you do, my lady, was I hoping we might finish discussing that other matter? The matter of which you speak has ever now been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. Nice! We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Yida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seer, mayhap you could return to the Waking Sands and apprise the antecedent of all that has transpired. Got it. Can do. Because of course it fits. When it shouldn't fit. Good to see you hale and healthy. Receive word from Eden and Papalemo. You felled good King Mulgul Mog the 12th. Hope to hear a vision of your tale. Yep. Ascian stuff. Elder Seatseer of our usefulness. That it is. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. Good news. The Gifted. Void sent blood. Uh-oh. The time has come to at last leave Vesper Bay, and Minfilia would apprise you of the final details of the move. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are, at long last, ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack, yeah, for sure. Seemed only right that I should be last to leave. Remain with me until the end. I can do that. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given unto the care of Uranger. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have bore witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our Order's history. Mayhap it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Uranger shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of the primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution we have sought for so long. Of course he will not be alone. LSA shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require assistance, I have their assurances they will not hesitate to contact us. Would you inquire him if any tasks remain undone? I kind of get the feeling I have forgotten something important. Something important. Thou art ever welcome, Syndril, but I require no assistance. Pray, take thy leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. I think this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history? No, I don't think that. In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. It's important to remember the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestor faded by the eons. And still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis though his pride and wisdom doth ever weigh to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. Hey, remember your history. Mayhap is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. But that could be the same. That could be said the same of. Oh boy. The antecedent. Shouldn't have left her alone. Minfilia? You must. Alright, what happened? Hey, Louisa, would you have done the same? Louisa was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal pleasure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. An Essien, here? How readily you see. You are indeed gifted, antecedent. But you're not like the others. Your robes. Robes are different. Gifted, but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebearers. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. He who... You speak of La Habrea? La Habrea is a warrior. He fought. He fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Then he's still... He shouldn't be. I wiped him out. Come, I only confirm that which you already knew. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. Says you! What are... We're ready when you are, milady. If there's nothing else... You don't see him. Something the matter? Yeah, there's nothing there. For you. I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave. But I'm sure we'll soon get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Now stuff gets muddled over time. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive not. Stop talking in riddles, for I smite you too, and just tell me what you want. So it is with but a chosen few. Even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing. The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. La Habrea did not think so highly of the echo. Echo! La Habrea is wrong about a great many things. The echo, is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. Oh, I just talked smack about La Habrea. That's great. And if we did, then there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. Well, I don't exactly want that either. I leave as I came, in peace, antecedent. May we meet again as friends. Wait, stay where you are. Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the adder, I wonder? About Heidelin? Man, like right through the heart. I take it there's no need to explain? Nope. Saw it all. There be no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. Of course, he wants us to be stronger. What happened? Are you alright? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I can fetch you a flask of my special tonic. You don't want that. I'll just cure you. Send word to the students of Baldasan. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there is any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. Ascian, my lady? Was what that caused you... Was that what gave you cause to cry out? Yes. I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. And Ascians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? Oh man, he just walked out. My power is absolute. I'll just walk out. I know not and care not. Find him, Sindral. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. Pray attend to me, Tataru. So you see what you know of the Ascian. Like, so we know the Ascians is these people robed in... people in robes with masks, we see them that way. Is that what they mean? Don't care. Ready to begin the smiting. I really need to play a Dynasty Warriors game. But I need to play a good one. So not the latest one. I need to play something where I can just beat the snot out of stuff. The king lives! He's back! Moderate faction of the Mughals hath joined with the Order of the Twin Adder in an effort to open the path to the good king's domain. No. Oh, you'll be just right outside. Okay, good. Yeah, I just wish I cared right now. I just want to fight thing. I'm tired of talking. Tired of bad guys and all their fancy speech. Just come at me. Told you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. Good, let's just throw down right now. I shall walk north. You may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. You're being judged. Enough of your crap. You're being judged, not judge you, piece of junk. Yeah, how about that? Straight healing. And then I'm just gonna stun y'all out, because screw y'all. Doing it with this person. Oh, this is cute. Let's go. Too bad y'all aren't, like, really close by. I'll kill you all. Easily. Is that all? Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. Thank you for letting me get rid of the 10 people that I hate the most in the ranks. Because he likes summoned 5 people. None save he who bested La Habrea could endure such an examination. Let's go! Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? Explain yourself or die. That's where I'm at right now. You bore witness to my audience in the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize the same could not be said of La Habrea. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Man, that's awesome. Talking trash on La Habrea. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that he could cast us out. Your mother favors you still, that much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so it shall be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives, if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Eldebus. I am a bus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God, who I will smite down soon enough, and we shall meet again. At the Chobo. Don't have regen. You have the thing above your head, so I got super lucky, and you're one of my hunts for today. Yeah, 20 seals. Done. Alright. Got your return, Syndrome. Beg pardon? He was waiting for you? What did he do? What did he say? As it was, so it shall be again? When does he speak? Of what exactly? Words of this bus portend much but reveal nothing, like a loser. Save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Habrea, which I do find hilarious. I'd hope for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. Build on the stone. Final favor. One final favor. My father was a member of the Alamahegan Resistance. Truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believe to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much I still don't understand. So I have left my father, but give it to Yuri instead. Got it. Thought he departed. Here's this fancy journal. Legacy of Menphilia's father, who perished in the parade incident of 1562 when a gobblebook broke free of its magical feathers and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. That's extremely sad. Its magical feathers ran amok. It contains a wealth of stolen Imperial research on the Primals. That's a sad way to go when you were a spy for like half a decade. Father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It's no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. I can imagine the antecedent's pain. Upon my honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Menphilia, forgive me, but I could not wait no longer. I've departed for the Rising Stones. Really? If you have yet to... Once you've given the journal to Yuri, which is what I just did, come to the 7th heaven in Revenant's Toll. Tatra will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. I believe that was the starting quest in Ul'dah in the original FF14. That's hilarious. So if you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new Aetheryte in Revenant's Toll. Yay! After all, it's right on our doorstep. Good, we have an Aetheryte. Right, because there wasn't one here, but we have the one in Revenant's Toll, so... Huh. We made the bar our base. I mean, it's been done before. The Rising Stones. But they stand there? Oh, that's sad. Sounds about right for that game then. There's Shishola and everybody else. There's Alphanon. There's the same thing. Nice digs. Hi, everybody. Well, it's certainly spacious. It's nice. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. For today we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. But this does not mean we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. For Eorzea! When your time, Sidro, I would speak of Bus. What about Bus? Why are you here? Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but matter which bringeth me will omit no delay. Every attempt to contact the students has been met with silence. That's not good. No one will respond? How odd. Let me try. Surely they would not ignore us. Something super bad happened. Yeah, assume the worst. They have been wiped out. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. No, their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge, oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Balasan, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Bus. It's a possibility the others on the homeland are possessed of such knowledge, but fairly warned, however, they are unlike to yield it unconditionally. So, the same thing that happens to your headquarters will happen to you unless you give me the knowledge. No, we're not going to go that route. No. Why do it the fun way for once? Another unforeseen and unwelcome development. Maybe next, I wonder. A visit from a crimson-clad Ascian, perhaps? Yeah, we haven't seen red. We've seen black, white, maybe gray, a gray-clad Ascian. Or Octor, or Puce, or which of our allies will then fall silent, and then which of our allies will fall silent. For a time, I thought we gained the upper hand. Yeah, it was nice for a while. Shallowed crystal darkness cast out La Habrea. I dared to hope we'd found a way to rid ourselves of the Ascian menace, But I was wrong. Now we have this bus guy. Must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machinations. Dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we don't understand, and that's what stinks. Paragons are involved. We'll rise and meet the challenges won. Sure we will. A stalwart hero. I try to be. Return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything else arise, you'll be informed. Where are you? Whoever that person is. Kirill. Nabrilis? Your intercession was not foretold. You object? We question. Our plans are in motion, your intentions unclear. They survived the 7th Ador and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Oh! Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes, and at long last they see. A realm awoken. Realm awoke. Still waters. No rest for the weary. Made myself at home. I received a request for assistance from Almajal and Sons Mineral Concern. Peter the Storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seem in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifest were long dismissed as clerical errors. Only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. Well, that stinks, because we know what that means. Yep. It means primal. Brass Blaze, charged with investigating the thefts, believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Would not agree to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value, but crystals, primal, can't afford. Can't afford to wait. Part for Horizon, rendezvous with Gistola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. Have every confidence the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. Yeah, from the waking sands to the rising stones. To the floating mountain. That needs to be the next thing, or something like that. towering boulders. That's a good one. So most welcome. Hi, Yashola. Already spoken at length with the brass blades of the rose. Bit to little avail. The conversation with Fufulupa, officer in charge. I'll only be repeating which he related to me. Talk to this dude instead. Oh, hello there. Syndra, was it? Yashola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystal stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... That's bad. News to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints at the Royal Allegan Sunway. Alas, my colleagues had no mounts with which to give chase. However, our scouts have reported seeing a cart of the same description bound for Eastern Thanlin. Okay, that's good. We go chase it down, and then we can get some answers. Yashola, let's go. Speeding carriage? That would seem a curious choice of thieves for such proven cunning. Oh, true. Ajmal do have a foothold in Eastern Thanlin. Maybe it's them. Nyquist is already afield with a unit of brass blades. I shall instruct him to take up a position on the east side of the Beastman's encampment. Join him there, okay? Oh, out of sight, out of mind. I can grab that while I'm here. Request for you. Adventure. Your meager talents are not needed here. Screw you. It was most certainly not torture screaming of some unfortunate miner being consigned to the maw of a bloodthirsty giant guards from the godforsaken depths. No, not at all. That was oddly specific. Oh, 7 hells, it's true, all of it. Please help. Copperbell is overrun with a damned legion of the fiends, each one nastier than the last. I already lost scores of our men to the chaos. The few that had returned alive claimed that even the once docile Spriggans have gone mad, falling upon the poor miners in droves. So much for wealth and fortune, eh? You reclaimed these mines once. The Chorches, nay, the entire nation of Ulda, would be forever in your debt if you could perform the deed again. Copperbell mines hard. What do you have to say? Our miss, thank you for your patronage. Which quest did I stumble into? Was it for love or money that you killed him? The goofy one? Yeah, the goofy one. Maybe? It was you? You've gone mad? That was an Almajal arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow. Almajal don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They capture and temper them. Not that you or your victim make for convincing merchants. If you're going to misrepresent yourself, put some effort into it. Wear gloves for God's sakes, or at least don't wave your hands in front of my face. Calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used your skills to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again, I ask, was it because he took from you your share, or your sister? You don't touch a man's kin. He knew that, and yet he... Damn, I thought he did it for the money. You two, he's all yours. Yes, of course. Thank you for the help, Inspector. Ha! At least he's competent, unlike the other one. When did investigating crimes become such a popular profession? That is my question here. It's not his job, you know. He just likes doing it. He belongs to one of Ishgard's high houses. Some say he's a baron. Oh, so this is what he does for kicks. Not at all like that buffoon Hildebrand, don't you think? Ah, it's messed up. I try not to think about Hildebrand. We should get going. Lady Dorelia will not take kindly to wilted flowers. Okay, so that person is at least on first glance way better than Hildebrand, and that's makes me feel sad for Hildebrand because he tries really hard. Ah, Central, for once it is you who is fashionably late. Ah, yeah, because it's usually us that's early. We seized the errant carriage and its excitable coachman not long ago. Oh, good job, Thancred. I've never seen such a prodigious quantity of somnus. Blades were calling it one of the greatest... Huh? Sadly not. Culture had no hand in the crystal thefts. So, huge bust, but not what we were looking for. Neither did the Amazol. Discuss this in Ystrola's presence, shall we? Back to Horizon. In all expectation, it would seem the Azrael are innocent of this particular spate of crimes. They have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. Cannot fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. No, it's definitely not simple thieves. Form a ranger of our lack of progress.
Now then. Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Ah, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's Toll. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. thou shalt not find me amenable.
Who are
Far
you?
across the sea from the land of Doma have we traveled.
Doma?
We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
From Doma? That's interesting that Doma exists. A final temptation. Oh, okay. Right here. Found it. Found it. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No. Well then, for want of better expression, we try picking Fufalupa's brain again. More VA, please. What of the brass blades of the rose? Can you say for certain that none were involved? To be honest, I cannot. I have done my utmost to purge the corruption from our ranks since Captain Baldwin was brought to justice. But of those who remain, well, let's just say that there are many whose wants exceed their wealth. I fear the presence of a traitor would go some way to explain how the thief's activities escaped our notice for so long. It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved well-founded, Fufalupa. Indeed, if for reasons of security the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. But such a shipment would be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concerned be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let's say, a lone Mikote miner traveling without escort as to not attract undue attention. But who? Oh, I see. Yes, the concerned may well elect to do that. But travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way. Mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerlea? A fine spot for a rest, would you not agree, Sindrel? You lie away in the north, I'll do the same in the south. Ah, good, I like the plan. Oh, forgive me, my friends. I've received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Got it. Nice. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. Say that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. Be ready to throw down. Bye, Neko. Alright, Maze, I got some bad news. I am on a wiki for 14. Seeing when I could do the quest for my new ability. And standing watch. I've gone back through the main quest like a good about 20 quests so far, and I still haven't reached where I am right now. Which, that's not good. So, farther than I thought we are away. You're lucky that I'm here to heal. Did it. Hi, Yushtula. I like the outfit. Stubborn to the last, as expected. You unharmed? Yep. Gang of sea-wolf thieves, and in Thanalan, no less. Suppose this is the first time for everything. Sea-wolves? All of them? Aye, and all the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. Thancred, if you'd be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. Got it. To Horizon, then. Fufalupa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. Have the brass blades the rose. I thank you for your service to Horizon. Not been idle. Succeeded identifying the traitor within our ranks. Nice. By your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. No, I'm afraid it'll not be possible. Regrettably, he managed to subdue the unit of Blaze detached to detain him and make good his escape. That's terrible. Oh, for the love of... How did he manage that exactly? Men haven't been sampling the somnus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, he was quite strong. A sea-wolf. Laminston, born and raised, I believe. Don't you worry, we will find him. I see. Pray keep me appraised of any developments. Yes? He's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know. But one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed. Or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? I totally just gave a stoic nod. But you can't see that. See you later, Thancred. Mother of Exiles. Information on your next assignment, alright? Die. Some die. Tell me to make your way to Vesper Bay, where young Afanad awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident. While you do whatever it is Alphanod has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass blade. And when I do, you may rest assured we'll have our answers. I am in Horizon. Right. Almost paid 100 gil for nothing.
The greatest story never told. Level 1. Sure. It's not a level 1 area. Elements, wheels. Warrior light. Not seen your like in years since Bloody Cartanu. Valiant heart. Pleasure to meet you. 2 veterans. Okay. Wine bar. He was an explorer of some renowned. Discovered a treasure worth 100 million gil. 100 million gil. I'm not going to see 1 gil of that. Lalafuto III, who was Sultan of Valdea some 700 years ago. I said, we should look for the treasure. Should you choose to take this quest, you will receive no guidance from the journal or the duty list. You will need to read the text carefully and decipher the clues to determine your next course of action. Moreover, it may be unwise to rely on other adventurers for assistance, as their clues and objectives may differ from yours. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. Oh, this sounds like fun. Sure. Silent King has read a message. Encoded and deciphering it is no small feat. Appears to be a riddle. Ooh, riddles! Neat! Okay. Fire, lightning, water, earth, ice, wind. The wheel must turn anew. I should take a picture of this. We'll mess around with that more later. Super cool, though. Alright, so what's going on in the land of Doma? You're late. No matter, I know where our visitors are headed. What I've been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. Familiar with Doma, yes? In Northrend? I mean, I'm familiar with Doma. Like the rest of the nations on the eastern continent, is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best of circumstances. What they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire, such information could prove useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity. Heck yeah, because Empire is always a threat. Come with me to Ulda. Unless I'm mistaken, and I am rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with the Sultan sworn on the Royal Promenade. Probably. Yeah, why am I there? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it's fair to assume that they may be being pursued by someone. And if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Alright, fair enough. Besides, I do enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I'll see you in Ulda. Thanks, Alpha, because we don't talk. Alright, that was funny. Chamber of Rule. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. There we go. This is what Alpha not expected, what I expected as well. Pray understand, good sir, we have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you grant us that small kindness. Away with you. Darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. Wait. Stop. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart, I know his kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking. Alphanod Leveler? At your service. A friend. Which, I believe, makes us very nearly unique. In this part of the world, at least, few indeed are your allies in Ulda. Yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourselves to the wealthy and powerful. Pray, join me and my associate at the quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. She doesn't look like she's from Doma, though. Looks like ninja. I know she's just like in hiding, but... The ninjas come from Doma here? Oh, that's weird. The samurai should have come from Doma. Oh well, gotta change it up, right? Gotta be different.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
Oh, that's terrible.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
Hi.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
If I may, sir, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Sacrifices have been made. It shames me to beg for more than you have already offered, so desperation compels me. If you or your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. Ninjas come from Doma here. Probably as well. Doma seems to be the Japan of this world. Oh, okay. Speak with Momodi. Hey, can I get some food? Hells, why didn't you say so sooner, Syndral? Of course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day, to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow, see? But just sent word they can't come, meaning I got a boatload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. So everybody wins. Well, almost everybody wins. Go and call on Ferdua and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I sent the ship the Little Prince's order to the Wakened Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. That'll set them straight. I haven't been back to the festival. Kind of a shame. We should do that at some point. Just all the Fire Emblem. Oh, well, one viewer. Me and you, Maze. I bored everybody else. That's fine. Stream's almost over anyway. Have you misheard her instructions? Nope. You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it, you mark my words. She's in the business of feeding refugees now? Normally I'm one to question Mistress Mummity's judgment, but that don't seem wise to me. Shut up and do it. I will not speak for the children. If you ask me, any man who can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. Yeah, but this is different. Giving you trouble, did they? Good. Go and tell Lady Yurgiri what's going on. Okay. You shall have some food. Do not hope for such magnanimity. Yeah, it's just because she was already paid and wasted product is not good. Alphana. Lady Yugiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you'll be pleased with his reply. You had granted an audience? Before the Sultana and the Syndicate both. We should return to the Royal Promenade at once. You have done much for us, Master Alphanaud. I swear we shall return the favor. Naught is owed, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is with words you must win the favor of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You'll be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalatable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us. And just open the doors and just let my presence speak for itself. Lest they forget they wouldn't even have this town anymore if not for me. And other Warriors of Light. Because Ifrit was a group thing. Anyway, you get it. Oh, hey. Rabon's here. Pleasure, Syndral. Others are already waiting inside. So keep them waiting. There's Yugiri. Oh, the Sultana. The other people with clout. Rabon.
I, Yugiri of Doma, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Doma, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
Of course he does. Everybody here is looking for the profit in this. This is all about money.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law. Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Probably that second one.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes. The law is the law, and so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Uldar's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Crud, that's one too many.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitors have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
Promises to keep. I discuss how to handle the Doman refugees. She observed Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oh, if he starts losing money, he'll be like to change it. Well, again, we can't take that route? Darn it. Oft I have wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Ugh. I'll waste no more words on him. Now when the Domans are yet in need of aid, everyone, follow me to the Hall of Flames. Oh, let me actually walk with him. That'd have been great. Steps. Alarm. Change that to 5:30. Syndicate has spoken. Syndicate has spoken. I see no point in moving in that matter. And that the matter be reconsidered. Monitors have made their position clear. They just care about money. Agreed. Ulda is not an option. Nor are Limsa Lominsa or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their infernal affairs. Which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. Gosh, the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope of better treatment. Would that I had more time to find an alternative. A place not bound by the concerns of the great nations. We have a place like that, by the way. That's growing. In Philia, that is precisely what I wish to discuss. Exactly. I understand the Syndicate's decision, I do. But all we wish to persevere that which is ours. Preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time? A week? Just a few days? Excellent. I shall keep you informed. Or you can go to Revenant's Toll. Lady Yugiri, I have a proposal if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphanod. The headquarters of my order, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordana. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands. Hard labor, lest you doubt. With naught save food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself propose, Lady Yugiri. Though I will not hear a word said against our beloved Ulda, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us as well, we shall gladly accept. And remember that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn helped you, because, again, if ninja is the name of the game with them, then we could definitely do with that. It could be useful, especially in our line of work. Master Alphanod, once again, I find myself in your debt. Pray, do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. And before that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Uldan Adventurers Guild could be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Sindral, or I can just lead the way. Yurgi. Excuse me. If you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the immortal flames can provide. Let's see what Alphanod has to say, and then I will end the stream here. We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship, with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momodi has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time they are ready to set out for Mordana. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. Well, thank you very much. What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the Immortal Flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it a smaller number, mayhap it would go unnoticed. But the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordana. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us private citizens. I'll engage the services of the 77 caravans on the Doman's behalf. Very well. We should begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that has befallen these good people, is the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Ulda, Lady Yurgiri. And you in Revenant's Toll, my lord. Another place to have your caravans go to? I mean, it's a great business decision. Well, it sounds like we have all the work. Sounds like we all have work to do. Lady Yugiri, let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we? Mistress Momodi is quite right. There's much to be done. Sindral, I'd like you to visit Gigiyon? The 77 caravans representative in Scorpion Crossing. Ensure everything goes according to plan. Got it. And we'll do that next time. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a lot of fun. And it seems like a good place to stop. Right there. Do this real quick. Got die. Reassign. Alright. Next time, we will go through the 77 caravans and see if they have some problems or something we can do to help make the journey easier. And see what else is in store for the people of Doma. And hopefully we can help them. Till then, till tomorrow. I'm Central. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.